You know, sometimes we just get a little bit lucky in DCS, and something we've been waiting, which feels like and actually might be a decade for, comes out. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to DCS, and welcome, at long last, finally, since forever, the F-15E Strike Eagle. It is finally here. I am so excited for this module. I can't decide. Do we want EMB off or on? We'll do off for now, so you guys are seeing what you'll be seeing when you get the module. And we're gonna break this thing down. We're gonna give it the full review we normally do. I think I'm gonna start with a flight because I'm really excited to fly this. I've not flown it yet. And we'll go from there. So without further ado, let's begin. We'll just do a quick takeoff and pattern. I'm so happy. It's very work in progress still. It's not very well optimized, but it is. I mean, it's day one. Again, you know, we're doing day one stuff. So let me just shut up and fly. Roar of the afterburners. $150. We'll start pulling back now. Good rotate gear coming up. Flaps coming up. Let's get a flyby. So for those of you unfamiliar, this is the F-15E Strike Eagle, made by Razbam Simulations. This is, I think right now, or was, I should say, one of the longest awaited modules for the sim. This has been, I didn't even know. I was looking at Reddit earlier, and I think they were saying, like, there was a post from like 2 years ago that was saying 3 years ago this was out. So, I mean, that's 5 years right there. I genuinely don't know how long we've been waiting on this, but we finally have it. I am so happy. Expect lots of content with this aircraft to come once I learn it a little bit more, obviously. We'll get one high-speed pass over what appears to be Area 51. The Groom Lake installation, homie, whatever you want to call it. Sounds so good. Alright, let's get her on the ground. And we'll go through our normal process. I couldn't resist going for just a quick flight, and I wanted to get this out to you guys today. Today is Thursday, June the 22nd, 2023. And this is a terrible approach angle. Just dropped, got home from work, saw DCS had an update, thought it was something simple. It wasn't. It wasn't. Holy smokes, it wasn't.
Low altitude. Low altitude.
Thank you. Green on the gear, flaps are down. Oh, I love the ground effect. Oh my god, I love it. I wasn't ready, but I love it. A little bit of rocky rolly. We'll get into some aerodynamic braking about 10 degrees nose up. Alright, let's head to a hangar and we'll take a look at this aircraft the way we normally do, with textures, taking a look at the sights of the sounds. We'll get the Eagle back up in the air and close out from there. I'm not up on weapons implementation yet, so we won't be looking at weapons, but I can discuss them, the capabilities of the F-15E. It's just such a versatile aircraft. So I'll be back on the ground, cold and dark, to look at some textures, and then we'll run through a startup. Alright, looking at the Strike Eagle, up close and personal, the way it's meant to be. We're starting out, obviously, with the U.S. Air Force livery, but we'll take a look at the Israeli Air Force as well. There's a good suite of different liveries available. And I mean, with this being a new module, it is, I mean, it's great. You know, obviously there's the optimization issues I mentioned before, but it's a whip. Work in progress. God, some of y'all didn't pick up on that when I said it. This is a work in progress. This isn't the final product, and it will probably improve as time goes on. This is a work in progress, and this is a day one review of the product that's currently available for you today. Okay, so we're good. You guys got that now? All right, great, awesome. Love ya. I think textures are fine. There's a little lacking 3D stuff, but the distance, you got the nice, what is the F-15 use? The variant of the F-100? This helicopter's flying over. Look at that, a CH-53C Stallion. Hello. Okay, back to the Eagle. I don't even really know where to start. There's just so much to take in on this aircraft. We are, again, in the standard no EMB mode. With an EMB, it looks frozen. Okay, it looks a little blue. I might have to tune it for the Nevada map, so we'll stick with this for now. It looks worse. That's not supposed to be. But I mean, all of the details are there. You know, maybe a little more polish on the ceramic portion of the turkey feathers. But I mean, for a day one release, early access, I think it's pretty damn good. Now, mind you, I am biased. I've been excited, like I said, for this module for years. So even just to have it is exciting for me. So I am going to be a little bit biased in the positive realm. I think that's the better way to be biased, personally. Got those really nice big bulging air intakes. The F-15 is a multi-role aircraft, primarily outfitted for air-to-ground, but it is obviously air-to-air capable. As you can see, you've got the AIM-9, the captive AIM-9 inert weapons. We got an inert weapons suite. Got a lantern targeting pod, and I think this uses the sniper targeting pod as well, the same pod that you can find on the B-1B Lancer. I love the detail on the doors, the ramp doors for what purpose do those serve? Those slow the incoming air at supersonic speeds, so when it hits, yeah, because it's a convergent divergent intake, right? I think, I don't know, probably. I mean, I think this is pretty damn good. Again, you're missing little textures here and there. I'm gonna guess that Razbam, given the content we've seen before, excluding the South Atlantic map, I think they'll do this justice and get it up to, if not above, F-14 levels. The pilots look damn good. I mean, damn good. Cockpit appears to be essentially a one-to-one of what you would see inside. The CH-53s are back. Yeah, I mean, I have no complaints about this airplane at all. We'll take a look at it in the sun. It is a little bit cloudy right now. We'll take a look at it in the sun. Just a quick overview, just to see what it looks like in the sun. Okay, we got it. We can land now. and then we'll get it started up, run through taxi, takeoff, and feel the aircraft out as we fly. All right, back in the F-15. Let's turn off a reshade. And we'll take a look. Quick whistle stop tour in the sun. It still looks good. I don't know what I was expecting. It still looks good. Love the shade detail on the flame holders, the afterburner rings. Oh, guys, it looks so good with reshade, though. Look at that. Okay, back to normal. Anyway, let's get the old bird in the air. Let's get a different coalition flying this, because the F-15E and its variants are very, very widely used in the world. It's not just the U.S. who uses them, although we use it the best. All right, on to a new situation. And here we are loaded up in the Strike Eagle in the Israeli Air Force paint scheme. There is no F-15I in this game, but we'll pretend. I did check. The engine exhausts are just your standard F-15E exhaust. It would be really cool actually to see a future version of this have the F-15I style exhaust that look like the new Pratt & Whitney engines. I think out of the F-16 actually, if I'm not mistaken. Quick, in case you haven't noticed, this is a lot more latency ridden. I'm not sure if it is the F-15 or the Sinai map. I have reasonable frames with both, but not great with either, because both of them are early access. Have I said it enough now? Is it clear that, yes, this is an early access, but yes, I'm still going to be critical of a, $65 product? I don't know. Anyway, I'm not salty, you are. I'm also only using one engine to taxi because I briefly forgot this is a twin engine. Alright, so we're gonna cruise down here to runway 18 and do a standard takeoff in the Strike Eagle. While we're doing that, I didn't realize now I didn't give you guys a little look around the cockpit, so we'll do that while we're taxiing. I mean, I challenge you to find a more well-designed, not well-designed, but well-modeled cockpit. Razbam really did a good job here. I mean, everything looks good. I don't see any funky looking textures or anything like that anywhere. We'll head back to the Rio seat real quick. Or the Wizzo, I don't know what they're called in the F-15, I'm sorry. My backseaters. But again, same deal, everything looks very good. Very nice. We'll get into some real stuff much further down the road. I haven't even actually done any of the gesture stuff in the F-14 for DCS, so that's going to be a lot more learning for me further down the road, but that's my problem, not yours. Damn, this looks good, doesn't it? Alright, lined up. Runway 18. Let's throw down our helmet glass. That is built into the sim. Got a UH-1, I believe. Yeah, orbiting overhead. Let's run the engines up to 80%. And up to full mil. And ready, here we go. Brakes off, ready now, and into burner. burners look good. Those burners look good. In through 140, 150, now 160. Let's start pulling back. Good little tap of the brakes. Gear coming up, flaps coming up. And the F-15 Strike Eagle. Now, obviously, I've never flown a real F-15 before, but I've seen plenty of them flying in the real world, and this seems to fly as good as I can visually tell from being a ground-based observer. We've got a whole bunch of load on. We've got some AIM 120s, some AIM 9s, 2 tanks of fuel. There's a lot of weight on us. That's okay. We've got 2 fuel-to-noise converters. I mean, look at astonishing climb rate. 250 knots, 3,000 feet. Do we have a VSI I can look at? What's our climb rate? Come on, familiarize yourself here, kiddo. There it is. We were over 6,000 feet a minute for a second there. Let's check on 2. It's taxing out with the F-16s. Vapor effects looking very good. There's the very familiar AOA limit tone on the F-15, those of you who flew the C variant. But it is refined and more accurate for the E model. Love the overwing vapor. Absolutely loving it. Frame rate not so great, but flying the jet is just grand. Alright, 400 knots. Let's go into a hard vertical pull. F-100 engines doing their thing. The original Strike Eagle, or the original F-15C, I should say, rather, not the Strike Eagle, had so much power to weight on it. Had so much power to weight, you could stand that thing on its nose, light both burners, and it would literally fly vertical. It had more power than it had weight. So you could just point it at
altitude.
Dead vertical.
Altitude.
Let's get rid of the pilot so we can get a better view of the wing effects. The newest module on the newest map, and I couldn't be happier, guys. This is a lot of what we've been waiting for. And it's here now. Let's relight the cans for a high subsonic pass. Do we have a speed readout in Mach? No, we don't. So I guess we'll just get close to 600 as we can. High subsonic. Oh, that's supersonic. All right. Again, you'll have to forgive the low frame rate. I'm basically just having fun at this point. I hope you're enjoying watching me kind of neglect my normal process, but it's been a while since... oh, there you go, too. It's been a while since a module this good has come out. For anything. Or I shouldn't say this is good. I haven't fully checked it out yet, but the anticipation factor on this is very high for very many of us. There's two. There he is. F-16's behind him. Copy 2. As far as accuracy and positioning of the aircraft goes, it's relative. Oh, we almost died. Relatively stable. If I want to try for a 4-point roll here, we'll do it from the outside first. 10 degrees up, ready, and 1. Oh, we're really slow. We're really slow and heavy. Stand by. We're actually not that slow. I think we're just heavy. Yeah, we're just heavy. So, I mean, it's possible. It's definitely possible. Look at the vapor coming off of our wing, guys. That is fantastic. The animations on the vapor look great. I love the amount of vapor. I'm wondering if that changes as you change atmospheric.
Y'all rate.
Copy. Wondering if that changes as your atmospheric conditions change. Obviously, we've got some pretty good cloud cover here today. One thing I would be really excited to see in DCS later on, maybe like a 2.9 or a 3.0 release, would be the transonic and supersonic vapor effects on aircraft. That's like the one thing they haven't fully implemented yet, and that would be pretty cool to see. You know, you look over your shoulder and there's this big shock cone pulsing in and out of existence, forming just behind your canopy, or depending on your aircraft, on the top of your canopy. But that'll come for another day. Meantime, we've got flight sim for the pretty stuff. Not to say this isn't pretty. This is very pretty. Like I said, I don't see any textures that are lackluster. Alright, let's get set up for a landing here. I've actually completely and totally lost the field. There it is down there. So we're going to land on 18 left. Same runway we took off from. Down to 1500. And we'll bleed off most of this speed in our overhead brake. Gear coming down, flaps coming down. Aircraft feeling a lot of weight. Getting mushy will add a whole bunch of power. Flaps are down. .175. Tighten up just a little bit. I guess we're gonna go mist here. Let's go mist. Gear coming up. flaps coming up. We'll break out right. So we've looked at the loaded handling characteristics. We'll take a look at the lightweight physics of the jet just to see how aggressive we can get if we needed to. And I think that'll be it for this video. And then I'm going to go fly this by myself and just enjoy on my own without having to commentate over what I'm doing. Just one more time for the gear on the flaps. Remember how much our speed came down last time, so we'll keep power on. Board coming out. Looks like you can't see the speed brake in the mirror, which is kind of a bummer. You can see that on the F-18. As we get on the ground here, I'll have to check and see if those mirrors are adjustable or if I can slew around. Yeah, you can see the wing. Can't see the tail, though.
Low altitude. Low altitude.
Past the touchdown zone by a statute mile. There's the mains. Aerodynamic braking. There's the nose. Full aft elevator. You can hear... Oh, that's amazing. Do you guys hear the... Oh, that's so nice. Sound design is a huge aspect of simulators, and a lot of devs kind of neglect that. I think we're going to overrun. We're definitely going to overrun. I'm full brakes, full aft on the stick, and full speed brake. We're overrunning, and there's nothing I can do. Please stop. Please. 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 Did we damage something? No. Alright, we'll just daintily get around that. Can I see the speed brake if I turn around? Yeah, so I can see it there. It's freaking huge. Like the nose gear bob as you add and subtract brakes. Anyway, we will take one more look at an aerobatic style, those of you into that, and be back momentarily. Alright, and for our last feature of today, we're going to go ahead and take the Strike Eagle out for a demo flight. We do have reshade on. I figured why not. It's, you know, you've seen what the default aircraft looks like. We want some cool effects. So let's have some cool effects. On with the brakes. We'll run it up here. I'm going to get rid of my depth of field because it's a little bit much. And from the left, the F-15 Strike Eagle. pull into the vertical now. Come up over the top.
Pull up, pull up,
Some of the
pull up,
smoke
pull up.
in the background.
Pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up.
Forgot to disable my... I can hear the burners kicking. Forgot to disable the cockpit enunciations inside of the, or outside of the jet. Good pull on. Alpha rate of 30.
Low altitude.
Come out of it.
Low altitude.
Put our nose skyward. See those automatic air intakes doing their thing. Set up for the next pass.
Pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up.
Brought a lot of extra gas with us.
Low altitude.
Low altitude pass.
Low
A little
altitude.
bit of right wing down for the
Low
crowd.
altitude.
And from the left, the F-15 striking. Absolutely gorgeous. Once the South Atlantic map gets a little bit more reined in, we will maybe take a look at it there. From the right, the F-15E high-speed pass. Let's get low. Maybe not so low, but we'll get slow here in a second. For the high alpha, low speed pass. Shooting right around 30. We'll get an external shot as we go into burner. Put the nose up to 45 degrees. one more pass in, do a dedication pass. Come back into Nellis. Banana-shaped pass, left wing down from the right, the F-15E strike. Slowed down here a little bit. Sun's starting to come out, so my track IR is getting sloppy. Sand flaps, or gear end flaps rather. We'll float her down the runway, shoot for a touchdown right around the center point, because we're obviously very fast.
Low altitude. Low altitude.
There's 200. There's the touch. That is going to do it for this video. You got track IR's having an absolute fit. That's going to do it for this. We're dead. We're dead. Okay, let's test the ejection system. Both of us deployed. I'm alive. Is there was oh, are you okay, bud? Okay, yeah, he's okay. And that's going to do it for this video, you guys. Thank you very much for watching this video. I definitely am excited for the Strike Eagle and the future things it has to bring. And I will see you in the next one. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, take it easy.